What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, Rndr's price just made a move that we spoke about in the last video, so I want to give you an update on what I'm thinking now and how I'm moving next. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. So looking at Rndr here, what we can see is that the breakout to the downside that I told you about in the last video is now confirmed. I said, listen, we need to be a little bit careful because this descending level of resistance and this ascending level of support are creating this triangular structure, and Rndr's price might break to the downside of that triangular structure, which could of course cause it to fall 10, 15, 20%. Now, I told you, under the circumstance that it does lose this ascending point of support, there's three levels of support that you need to be aware of because those are the ones that Rndr's price is probably going to go down to. The first one you needed to be aware of was this previous point of support right here, which was right around, let's go ahead and call it $7. Now, after that one, of course, we saw one a little bit lower, right around $6.60, and there's one a little bit lower around $5.90. These are the three major levels of support because what happens is that when a crypto loses an ascending level of support, it will usually follow and fall back to the previous points of support that it established on that line. So you see how we use these 3 points of support to build this line? These are the points of support in which you're likely going to go back down to as the price is falling. Those are your return levels. And generally what happens is one of those return levels could possibly push Rndr's price back to the upside. Now, there are no guarantees, but oftentimes when a crypto is going to find a bounce off one of these levels and continue back upwards to expand the structure a little bit, it will be off of one of these levels. And so because of that, us being in this range between $7 and $5.80 doesn't scare me. It doesn't bother me because I know there is still an opportunity for at any given point off of one of these levels, Rndr's price to bounce back to the upside, putting us in a spot in which we could hopefully start to continue our trek back upwards. And so, no, it's not guaranteed. And there are a couple things that I am concerned about. I am concerned about the structure that we are forming here and understanding that it could lead us back down to $5 or $4 or whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, I can't control those things. All I can control is what I notice on the realm of possibilities. And on the realm of possibilities, we could see Rndr's price bouncing off of this liquidity zone in which we're in right now. And so because of that, I am currently doing some dollar cost averaging on Rndr. While we are below $7.10 and above $5.89, I like our odds of trying to find some support here. And because of that, I am doing some dollar cost averaging. Now, do be aware, it's not huge DCAs. It's not huge purchases because there is still the risk that we see Rndr's price fall back within the $4 to $5 range. This is not impossible, okay? And so knowing that, I'm not going to just dump all my cash in right here and have nothing to throw in right here. I'm quite simply just doing a little bit of buying, a little bit of here, a little bit more there, a little bit more there, a little bit more there, buying more and more and more as Rndr's price does possibly continue lower so that if a bounce does happen, I'm back in profit on those purchases very, very quickly. So overall, guys, yes, this isn't the best thing that's happened, and I know it doesn't feel good seeing Rndr down 10% on the day, but there is an opportunity now that we are below the $7.10 level within $5.80 to start finding some support here. And I think that I think there's like a 50-50 chance. And so because of that, I am doing some dollar cost averaging, not really all that concerned too much, and I am just kind of hanging out and watching. Now, we can see that Rndr is already starting to give us signs of bullish divergence. If we do look at the RSI here, what you can see, right, is that from these different lows that we put in, let's say this low to this low, from this low to this low, you see how we have a difference where it's low, higher low, low, lower low. The difference in the steep is a sign of bullish divergence. And what you can see here is this also, low, higher low. Then you go back to that same low here, you have a low, lower low. There's a difference. And these differences, without overcomplicating things, are divergences. And these divergences that happen to the downside when you're this close to oversold territory are bullish, meaning that, of course, the price itself could be looking to find a reversal soon because its momentum in these different indicators are showing that they're getting to a point of being oversold or ready to bounce, basically. So because of that, guys, again, not too concerned, not too worried. I don't think this is a bad thing. And this is not my dollar cost average zone. So I wanted to share that with you and let you know that that is my current plan. And so definitely let me know, what are your thoughts right now? Are you buying Rndr? Are you selling? Are you shorting? What's your plan right now? And how are you going about it? Where do you think that Rndr's price could go down to before it does see a bounce? I want to know all these things down in the comments below. So make sure that you do share them there. And I can't wait to see you all guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody.